going to do B4. Okay. So B4, first step, we're going to label. So, oops. I know that's front face. I know this is going to be a front face. I'd be able to see both of those looking at it in front. I can see that this would be a side face and this would be a side face. Okay. I could see both of them looking at it from the side. And looking at it from directly above, I'd be able to see this face. So I have everything labeled. Now I can find my measurements. So what's the height of this object? You can tell me. What's the height of this object for B4? Ian?
3/4.
Correct. 3/4 everywhere. Okay. Now, what about the width? Brad, what do you think the width is here?
Six-fourths.
Yes, because even though the front is only 3/4, the back is 6/4. Okay, what about the length? So along this right edge, it's only 6/4 long, but along the left edge, it's 9. So step 2 is done. We have our measurements. Okay, 9/4 simplified down to 2 1/4. Okay, so we have our measurements. Step 2 is done. We have to draw our boundary boxes. We have to begin with the front view because that will determine where the side and top views go. So our front view would be a rectangle with these 2 dimensions: 3 high, 1, 2, 3, and 6 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you'd connect those together with your ruler. Okay, so we leave a gap of 1 inch for our side view. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gap of 1 inch for our top view. 1, 2, 3, 4. And your side boundary box will be these 2 measurements. Be 3 by 9. 3 high, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our top view, you'd see the width and length. So it'd be 6 by 9. 6 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we would connect those together with some lines. So those would be our 3 boundary boxes. Now, to put that object in our boundary box, we're going to start with the one that's the simplest, and that's the top view. So the top view, it's really just a rectangle missing a corner. So it's missing this front right corner here. So I can see along the front edge, it's 3/4 wide. So 1, 2, 3, that's 1 5 corners. And I can see the right edge is 6/4 long. So in this back edge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then to find this, I could either take this length of 3 or this width of 3. And I find that point. Okay. So I'm missing that front right corner. So I can erase that line and that line. Okay. So our top view is done. Now, looking at our front view, I'm going to have 2 separate areas. And I can see that each of these, it's 3/4 tall. So they're all going to be the same height. And each of them is 3/4 wide. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The line separating those 2 will be right there. And that will give me 2 areas that are each 3/4 wide. So this is my one front face, this is my other front face. And then we have the side view. My side view, one of them is 3/4 long, the other is 6/4 long. So 1, 2, 3. And if I wanted to double check, I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lines up, 3. So I'm going to have a line right there separating my 2 side faces. So that B-4.